I have said before, Caherla, that the mortgage crisis needs a number of solutions. It needs the banks to be able to look at different options on a case-by-case basis, but it needs an independent agency to force those options on the bank where the banks aren't willing to do so. It also needs to allow for write-downs. But the way that many people have fallen into mortgage distress is the fact that they've lost their jobs. And that's the reality. 430,000 people are unemployed today, and many of them are struggling to pay their mortgages. And I just want to finish by this here, because this government, if they dealt with the jobs crisis, they would also be, in part, dealing with the mortgage crisis. One constituent of mine contacted my office who has a mortgage. He's a 60-year-old man. He's a bus driver by profession, he's unemployed, and he's availed of the FWES services for retraining, reskilling and to seek employment. And gladly, happily, he got a letter from that agency, from the Department of Social Protection, from the FWES Employment Services, which said, the above vacancy, which has been notified to us and may be of interest to you. The employer is Arriva Malta Limited, the location is Malta, and the salary is €250 per week. The duties: driving transport vehicles on routes around Malta, left-hand side driving, and it goes on to say, while Maltese salary rates are lower than those in interested in Ireland, Maltese workers pay among the lowest taxes in the EU. It also goes
just
on
to point
say,
out to you, interesting as that is, Deputy O'Brien's time has very little time left.
It also goes on to say, the climate is typically Mediterranean. Please forward your CV to the FWES Employment Services. And I know, Caherla, that you're laughing, but this is what the government are doing. A 60-year-old person who is trying to pay his mortgage, who's unemployed, gets a letter from the Department of Social Protection asking him to travel to Malta for a job for €250 per week, but he'll get a tan when he's over there. That is where this country is at this point in time. And it is sad, it is laughable in a way, but it is very, very sad. So the government needs to deal with the mortgage crisis, but the best way of doing that is also dealing with the unemployment